No, I'm already recording. So yeah, whenever you want me to just start off the jump.
Let's get it.
Good. Hey yo, we're back once again. Episode.
Oh, look at cheese.
Oh man, we're back once again. Episode 16 of the Laundromat Show. This is Ann McKee.
It's K Rules.
Let's go. You mean deuces and shit. My fault.
Gotta talk a little louder, bro.
Oh, you can hear me? I don't know. See, I got to talk. I forgot.
You good right there? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we still a little rusty trying to get everything together.
trying-
You know
I
what
forgot
I'm
the
saying?
camera was over there. No,
Yeah.
just start over.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have to look at the camera.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
No, you don't. Just
Just
do
do
your
that.
thing.
Yeah, just talk.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
All right, we're back once again. Episode 16.
No, because cheese was like.
No, I look
Just
at
fuck me
it.
up.
No,
Yeah.
when you intro the drum, look at it, and then, you know what I'm saying, we just talk. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey yo, we're back once again. Episode 16, the Laundromat Show. This is Aunt McKee,
It's K Rules.
Boy, let's go.
and here we are, man. So let's get right into it. Cheese, plug those social medias.
Yeah, so on Instagram, first you can catch our podcast everywhere where you can listen to podcasts. So that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and our social medias is the Laundromat Show on Instagram, Laundromat Show on Twitter, and the Laundromat Show on Facebook. So definitely check us out and follow.
Let's get it. And then we got any black businesses we want to shout out?
Yes, sir. I start off. So this black business I got, well, not that I have, but my family has. It's on Instagram. It's School Period Scents. So they sell 100% soy wax candles. So if you go to Instagram, School Period Scents, they sell candles and they make it. I guess they make it like custom or whatever, and get your candles from there. I just actually saw, it's my family. Shawnee O'Neal just reposted one of the candles that she bought from him, and she was feeling that joint. So that's Shaq's ex-wife, if you're not familiar. So definitely School Period Scents on Instagram.
How about you, Esco? Who you want to shout out?
Actually, this week I got Bixtar Sports. So it's actually my pops, my sports agency, training, all that. So he got teams, he runs tournaments, all that. You can find him at BixstarSports.com. Bixstar is spelled Bixtar.
Bet. Does that stand for anything?
No, it's just Big Star. Like, it's just a cool way to say Big Star.
Okay, I was just asking. That's
That's
what's up.
tough. Shout out to Big Star. And then me, once again, I'm going to shout out my group that I manage, Stonie Records. Stone. Wait, no, I spelled that totally wrong. This vodka kicking my ass. Stone.
Yeah.
Records. You can find us on
Stonie
Apple
Records.
Music, Spotify, Tidal, and everything. Our second album comes out May 2nd, so that's going to be the Sunday coming up after you see this episode. So make sure you check them out, man. We're doing big things. We charted top 20 last album we did, so let's try to get top 10.
Speak on that, bro, because that's actually a big accomplishment. Y'all from the county, and that was a big accomplishment. You definitely should speak on that a little bit.
So basically, like I said before, I manage a group called Stonie Records. It consists of Tracy Lamont and Paul Davis. Paul goes by Heavy P. Tracy goes by Tracy Lamont, his government name. That's just what he raps by. They're from Montgomery County, my hometown. They went to high school with me, actually. I met them my senior year. I didn't know them the majority of the time I went to school. I reconnected with them around December. We put out an album in February, and it charted top 20 on the worldwide hip hop charts, man.
That's fire, bro.
So we're doing a thing. Represent from Montgomery County.
That's fire. That's fire. Real shit, bro. That's dope.
Shout out to Stone Records. Man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like, you spelled that shit. But no, hey, talk to me. What's up with this or that this week, bro?
We gonna get into it. So first, what we got is Coach Carter. I know you guys remember To the Baseline.
Yeah.
So the team that he coached, their name was the Richmond Oilers. I'm guessing that's Virginia. Did it take place in Virginia?
Yeah, that's Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so we got the Richmond Oilers versus the team from He Got Game, which would be Lincoln High School, which is an actual team. Lance Stevenson played there. Sebastian Telfair played there. So, okay, if these two teams had to play each other, the Richmond Oilers and the He Got Game Lincoln High School, who do you guys think will win?
All right, I'm gonna say what I posted this joint. This is like from a tweet. I posted this joint on my gram or whatever, my hoops page, Rose Hoops, and everybody was saying that the Lincoln High School joint, with like the Lincoln High School team with Jesus Shuttlesworth, which is played by Ray Allen, They said they would smoke the Richmond Oilers joint.
Smoke?
Yeah, bro.
I agree.
In my opinion, based on the two movies, I probably would go with the Lincoln.
Winning or smoking?
The
You
Richmond.
think Coach Carter getting smoked?
No, yeah, no. He was too good of a coach to get smoked.
I
yeah.
mean, if you watch Coach Carter, they got smoked a couple times.
But they at the end they was hooping.
Oh, they ain't get smoked.
All right, so I'm gonna say Lincoln would win. I don't think they would smoke him.
Okay.
I don't think they would smoke him.
That's fair.
How about you, Esco?
I got Coach Carter, man.
Ooh, controversial. Why is that?
He had them parents in the lounge, bro. He told them parents,
What he
your
said?
son got to get a 2.3. We can't play. And the parents said, "Fuck you, Coach Carter."
First of all, let's talk about that, bro. Let's talk about that, bro.
That's real
that's
shit.
a scene from a movie, and that movie came out when I was in like, I think I was in like middle school.
Yeah,
I didn't really
yeah.
know what a GPA was really. That's not that high of a GPA to play basketball. I think that's
not.
actually like mandatory.
Very
In college, yeah, you
That's
have
like
to
a
have
C.
something to
It was a very reasonable request.
We
bro.
wouldn't have had no issues getting that GPA.
They was like, "We don't got money for ties." Like they was drawing on him when he said that shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like he took a team with parents that I mean they thought their sons could get 2.3 GPAs and took niggas where he took them
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that short period of time. He would have been in the game. No disrespect, man.
I just googled it. A 2.3 is a C
It's a
plus.
C, yeah.
Yeah,
C plus.
which is kind of like what you have to have, I think, to play basketball
Yeah.
on any level. So
Mhm.
that wasn't that crazy of a request.
Listen, Coach Carter was a great movie. Samuel L. Jackson is a great actor. In the movie, he was a great
Hold on,
coach.
real quick. How do you say Samuel L. Jackson or you say Samuel L. Jackson? Like how you say?
I say it the way you said it the second time, but I was trying
Samuel
to
Jackson?
correct myself because I thought maybe.
Samuel?
Yeah, I say Samuel.
Because you know how his name's already Samuel.
Yeah.
So people be like Samuel Jackson.
Oh
Yeah, like saying
they
the one.
blended,
Yeah,
they blended.
That's how I
yeah,
say it.
Yeah.
But he was a great coach in the movie. He got the grade point average up. That's cool and all, but that don't got nothing to do with basketball.
Okay.
I got Lincoln, led by Jesus Shuttlesworth by 20 at
They
least.
took out Ty Crane, bro.
Listen, Timo Cruz gonna have to have 50. if they want to keep it competitive, Timo Cruz gonna have to have 50.
What's the light skinned boy that was Coach Carter's son in the movie?
Arnaz.
Yeah,
Arnaz, he don't got enough, bro. They don't
Arnaz
got
had strap. He was pretty,
Arnaz
bro.
don't got
And
enough.
they had the character Worm. I always
Bro.
fucked with Worm.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
yo,
Worm.
yo, you know he was
That
like
was
30?
Yeah.
The actor?
Channing Tatum, right?
No.
He was in
Channing Tatum was the white boy. Yeah. I'm talking
That
about
wasn't him.
Worm was the bald boy.
black.
Oh, okay.
He was the
gotcha,
guard, but he
gotcha,
was really like
gotcha.
35 as an actor playing a high schooler. Shit is crazy. Look
He
him
was
up.
all old as hell.
Yeah, look him up, bro.
Okay.
All right, so we got two for
2-1. We got Lincoln High School.
Lincoln High School. Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Shout out Jesus Shuttlesworth. Second one. Speaking of acting, who is the better rapper turned actor? LL Cool J or Ice Cube? We'll start with you, Cheese.
This is a tough question. I'm going with Ice Cube. I'm going with Ice Cube. I think people sleep on Ice Cube's acting abilities. A lot of them are going to say that he plays the same character. He just plays. he just plays Ice Cube.
Some people could say that about LL though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ice Cube's been in more movies though.
LL played a chef in the Deep Blue Sea, nigga, with sharks.
He was a chef on that movie.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know what he was in that movie.
I'm gonna go with Ice
Deep
Cube.
Blue Sea was
and I
ass.
feel like you see him in like so many different roles. You see him in gangster movies. You see him in Are We There Yet?
But he Ice Cube in all those movies, bro.
Variations, bro. It's skill.
Variations
It's
of
skill
Cube.
with that, bro. It's variations
It's
of Ice
hard to
Cube.
be different Ice Cube.
Yeah, bro. It's different, bro. It's different. So I'm gonna go with Ice Cube. I think he's he's an underrated actor. And I just was watching the second Triple X joint. And that joint
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
I
bad.
forgot about
yeah,
Triple
yeah.
X. I forgot
That
about
joint
Triple
wasn't
X.
bad. That joint wasn't
He
bad.
decent. How about you, Esco?
I mean, I agree because I just don't think L is that good of an actor.
Okay.
Just in general.
Oh man.
But like he's been in some of my favorite classic films, like Deep Blue Sea.
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, Any Given Sunday, like they're great Jones. That I mean, LL was in those. But overall, I think Ice Cube is just a better actor because he's just been in more shit.
Yeah.
He he writes his own shit. I don't know what L writes and directs his own shit like
Yeah.
that too. So a lot of that goes into it.
Damn, so this might be a 3-P. I'm going with Ice Cube. I think what really led me to that decision was he usually plays the same roles a lot, but when I saw him in 22 Jump Street, he showed me he has like a comical side to
That
him.
shit was hilarious.
He did
did a
good
good
in that
job.
movie.
He did a good job.
So that was a little easy. What do you think about Battle of the Ices, Ice-T or Ice Cube?
What else? Okay, so we know Ice-T from Law and Order.
New Jack City.
And New Jack City.
I'm not gonna hold you on it, yo. I feel like Ice-T might be a cop at this point. He played that cop.
See, he
Oh,
played
yeah,
a cop
he
good,
plays that
man.
cop.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah,
played
he's
a good
definitely
He
cop.
playing that cop, bro.
I'm
That's
gonna
tough.
go with I'm going Ice Cube because New Jack
Okay.
City he couldn't act at all in that movie.
What?
And it was back in the day, so he was probably just getting started.
Bro, he's been on TV for like what 20 years now.
But he
Bro.
has the same lines every episode.
He's such a
Does
good
he?
act.
Yeah.
We never
That's all he
forgot.
said. This is all he say. Yeah, I know a crackhead down another street. You know what I'm saying? I'm
But
gonna
listen,
go
though.
talk to him.
Speaking of Law and Order, though, this goes to acting skills. Every time Cube's in the movie, we still know that Cube rapped. It's to the point now that some people forget Ice Cube rap. You just know him from Law and Order. He plays that role very well.
But
don't know Ice-T
the
to
difference
rap.
is Ice-T didn't really have a recently he hasn't had a meaningful music career recently. Whereas
okay.
Ice Cube was still kind of rapping in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
When the Last
okay.
Fridays was coming out, so people
I give you
still
that.
remember that.
That's true.
Ice-T's probably stopped in the 90s.
That's true.
You going with Cube too against Ice-T? Let's go.
No.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
Ice-T's a
Ice-T.
better actor than Ice Cube.
Ice-T's a better
Yes,
actor than Ice
bro.
Cube.
Yes,
Wow.
bro. Because I've seen him, like you said, it's different versions of Ice Cube.
What
right?
has Ice-T
It's
given
different
you?
Ice-T's.
Okay.
What's his name in Law and
All the
Order?
emotions on the episodes, bro.
Do y'all remember his name in Law and Order? I don't remember.
No, I don't. I
No,
don't.
man,
It's gonna
black
bother
man.
me.
Yeah, he's just a black man. Yeah, he's just a black man.
Black detective,
black
bro.
cop. Yeah,
He always mad as hell in
Total
Law and
black
Order.
cop.
Yeah, he
You
always-
need him in that
He
job.
holds it down.
Okay.
20 years.
I do think what they should think about doing is like an LL Cool J Ice Cube versus though. I think that would be pretty
Oh, yeah.
dope.
In music?
Yeah, I think that would be pretty dope. I think they're both pretty similar in that they have careers from the 80s
They
to the
do,
2000s.
but Cube, easy.
Wow.
Music.
Music. Wow. Okay. That's
Ice-T
that's-
is legendary. Like, I feel like, you know what? I think Ice-T is legendary in music, culture, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but culturally.
Well, who you talking
Like,
about? Who you talking
I'm
about?
talking about Ice-T.
No. I'm talking about Ice Cube and LL Cool J.
Oh, I thought you said Ice-T versus
No,
Cube.
no,
That's
no.
what I was saying.
No,
I said,
no.
bro, that's not a. I was trying to be very. I was trying to
no.
be very respectful
No,
to
no.
Ice-T, but I'm
No.
like, that's a blowout. Bro.
No, it's a-
LL versus
Yeah, LL
Cube.
versus
Oh,
Ice
that's a
Cube.
good
Yeah,
joint.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
I was like, geez, what the hell are you
All right,
talking
bro.
about?
Give us a like this or that, bro. You tripping.
Next one, man. Okay, this might be the best one, man.
Let's get it.
Would you rather have a stay-at-home wife or your girl be the breadwinner?
This is a good question.
I'll go first on this one.
Go ahead, bro.
So, I'm gonna keep it a buck. What do I rather do? I would rather have the stay-at-home wife because that's just how I feel like. For me, I would go crazy just sitting in the crib. And like I don't have no kids nothing right now. I'll just be in the crib right now, just doing nothing all day.
Well, breadwinner doesn't mean you're not doing anything. bro.
Yeah, but I would be doing nothing though because I know me. I would play video games and shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
But I would not mind if my girl was a breadwinner. Like if my girl was a breadwinner, then I probably would. It wouldn't be the same where I'm just at home doing nothing because I would feel like motivated to get off my ass and like do something to put worth towards that shit.
So, are you looking at it from a perspective of if she's the breadwinner, you don't have a job or you're not making a lot of money, or are you just looking at it as she makes more money
no,
than you?
breadwinner to me means like the other one doesn't work.
He might be right. I got the definition.
What's the
right here.
definition, bro?
So the definition is a breadwinner is a colloquial term for the primary or sole income earner of the household.
So, okay, so the other person can't really work like
Yeah,
that. Okay,
like,
okay.
So breadwinner means you provide everything.
Right.
Okay.
So I'd be like trying to put a business together or some shit in the behind the scenes if she's the breadwinner. If I was a stay at home nigga.
Okay.
Versus I would just be at home doing nothing though.
So you would like that to motivate you, but you wouldn't want it to stay that way. So you really wouldn't want her to be a breadwinner.
I wouldn't. No, I'm saying I wouldn't mind it. Like I would be cool with it.
Okay.
It was like it's not. Do I want? Like, I don't care. Like I don't care.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm saying, I don't care.
For me, stay-at-home wife or your girl is the breadwinner. I would rather have the stay-at-home wife. I guess that would just make me feel like I'd rather be in control of things and making sure she's safe. I wouldn't want my girl working and I'm not doing anything, and
right.
she providing for me. Like,
I feel like a nut.
yeah. And I was just talking to I think I was just talking to a girl the other day about this, and she was like, she was like the first one I kind of met who was kind of cool with being a stay-at-home wife. Like a lot of women I've talked to, they don't really be as cool with it as people think. Like they want to have their own money, and as they should. But she was cool with it. She was like, yeah, I would love to be a stay-at-home wife. And I was like, damn, I better start getting my bread up. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the savings, bro.
Yeah, I gotta hit the savings. Then I already know what type of time. So she was comfortable with it. I'd rather be the breadwinner though.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say I'd rather have my girl be the breadwinner because one, I believe it's not a definite situation. Breadwinners can change year from year.
Okay.
If you and your girl both got a job and she gets a promotion first, technically she might be the breadwinner for a year or two, and then let's say you level up, and then this year you're okay. Go ahead.
For me, I don't feel like breadwinner is a term you can use when the both people have a job.
It sounds definite,
Because
right?
it's like the other person, she kind of don't matter as much. But
Okay.
it's not really the case. Somebody make like $2 more than them an hour. They're not considered the breadwinner because they make $2 more an hour.
Okay, so turning the situation more definite and
Yeah.
more extreme. Okay, for the rest of your life, would you rather have a stay-at-home wife or your girl always pays all the
You
bills?
be the stay-at-home husband.
Got you. Okay, so cool then.
Stay-at-home wife.
Then I'm going the other way then. I'd
Okay.
rather have a stay-at-home wife,
Yeah.
even though I'm not a big fan of that because I believe ultimately stay-at-home wives, you know, I feel like everybody just has dreams. Like they want to do things, and I feel like even if they appreciate you for taking care of all the bills, it eventually turns into resentment because it's like, yo, I wanted to do this or I wanted to do that. And they end up blaming you even though you're paying for everything.
Or reverse, you end up blaming them because you're like, damn, I couldn't do this, couldn't do that because I was supporting us.
And you
But
could
no,
be in a
it's all
situation.
bad.
I think it also could be beneficial though because you could make all of the money and whatever their dream is. I think it's also maybe dope. They may not have the pressure for their dream to be financially helpful, so you can still probably pursue your dream and do whatever you want to do. It's just no pressure on your back for it to be financially helpful to us if
Okay.
I can provide for everything. So it just depends on what their dream would be. You know what I mean?
But going off of what you said earlier, you were saying you kind of want to make decisions in the relationship. Do you agree that the person who makes the most money is the decision maker? Because recently I see a lot of, you know, celebrities who might make more money than their girlfriends, but it seems like behind the scenes their girlfriends really control the relationship and they're the ones calling the shots. Do you believe the one who makes the money is the shot caller?
When it comes to financial decisions, and I guess if that's a big part of your relationship, because it is, you know, the things you buy, where you're living at, what car you have, those types of things, those are major decisions in the relationship.
Okay.
So, and they're based on financial things. So those decisions, if you're the breadwinner, you're probably going to make those decisions more. I don't know. I guess there's other aspects to a relationship where they could take the lead. But obviously, if I was the breadwinner, I'm going to be in control of those decisions. I think.
I agree.
Well, we would be in agreement, but it would probably more so come down to me because it's me making the money.
Okay.
I agree. I feel like if I made this money and I want to buy something, you can't tell me I can't buy that because it's my money at the end of the day. But if she has bread, she can buy whatever she wants. It's just her money too.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I'm not. For me, I let the decisions be made for whoever is in the best position to make that decision at that time.
Okay.
So
I agree with that.
yeah, it's just how it is. Like I just said.
And that's when it comes to joint decisions, where like, you know what I mean. But for the most part, I know for me, it would be like I would talk to her though. I wouldn't just be
Yeah,
like,
I
you
like.
know what I mean?
I will say I like to take the lead though, for sure. But like, if it's something I know she might have a problem with, I'll make sure I take what she's thinking into account before I make a decision, or I'll ask her to talk to her some shit about.
I'm gonna keep it real. Ideally, that's how it's supposed to be, but I feel like either or, man or woman, whoever's really making all the money, I feel like you're not really trying to hear shit the other person's really talking about.
Okay.
So that's why I think the best relationships come from a 50-50 standpoint. With this or that, you know, we're doing extremes, but I feel like the best case scenario is both people are adding things. Because if I'm really like paying for everything, I'm really not trying to hear any suggestions. It's what I
It's
want to
just
do.
whatever you wanna
it's
do?
what I want to do.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So wait. So you make all the bread, right? Y'all want to
Yeah.
go on vacation somewhere.
I pick
and
it.
It's somewhere you want to go. She don't want to fucking go at all. You gonna make her go?
No, she don't gotta go, but I'm still going.
You gonna go without her?
Yeah. Because you're not paying. Like, why would I go where you want? I'm paying for it.
I understand.
Okay.
There's no argument.
Listen,
I
man.
understand.
If you pay the cost, you gotta be the boss.
You can get socked, but I understand.
It's gonna be some downsides of that, but I feel you.
Man, you feel me, but what do you see,
You
Chief?
gonna come back?
All right, what I see, man. Actually, this is a good little, you know what I'm saying, good little segue. Yeah, what did I see? So recently, I watched this Joe Budden interview with Kevin Samuels. Do y'all know who Kevin Samuels is?
Yeah.
Loosely.
All right, so just to give some background, I'm sure some people, if you've been on social media, you've seen like his clips. He's a former worker in corporate. He was like in marketing, and like he just blew up recently in the past year or so from his videos where he gives advice to women mostly and men. And a lot of people like see his clips and stuff because he keeps it like super 100. Basically, from what I understand, I haven't watched a lot of his content, but women go on his show. And he asked them questions, right? Can
I do a quick interjection?
Go ahead.
Just because I know a lot of women don't like him, so I kind of want to
Go ahead,
introduce
bro.
him correctly.
Go ahead.
I watched a couple of videos on him. From what I hear, he started off as a men's self-help guy.
Okay.
So from his work there, he was seeing that a lot of men, you know, he was telling them what to do. And then once they finally got to the level they wanted to get at, he was seeing that the men couldn't find women that they thought were their equals.
Got you.
So that's when it turned into he started talking to women.
Okay.
But he started off talking directly to men.
Gotcha. Yeah, and in an interview that I watched with Joe Budden, he spoke on that. And so basically, I guess now he's at the point where I guess he speaks to women, and I guess on some of the interviews or whatever or questions, they tell him what type of man they want, and in a lot of them, he tells them why they can't get that man.
Correct.
Okay. So I guess the reason I want to talk about that is, what do you think about it, man? What do you think about some of the things he talks about?
Well, going off the background, I feel like that changes a lot of things when you know his background.
Okay.
Because when he starts off as a guy who's trying to help men get to where they want to be, men are directly telling the what he calls them. I watched a couple of his videos. High value men.
Okay.
High value men are telling him what they want in a woman.
Okay.
So it's like you're arguing with him and you're saying this is not true, but he's getting it directly from the men that a lot of these women strive to be with.
Okay.
So they might not like the answer, and that goes into what we're going to talk about, but he's telling you literally what he heard from them.
Got you. Do you have any examples? Because you've actually watched some of the videos. I haven't.
So some examples would be qualifications. So a lot of times women don't have a problem with telling men their qualifications and what it takes to date them. Gotcha. So let's say it's a very good looking woman, or she has money, or she's her own boss. Men gotta come with a minimum of something.
Yeah,
they're gonna let you. Yeah, a certain aesthetic. They're gonna let you know. The other way around, a lot of men, and I kind of blame men. It's a lot of insecure men these days. A lot of men don't really have standards. This is what we're looking for. We're not settling for anything less. So I feel like a lot of women might not want guys that they don't qualify for, but telling women they don't qualify for certain men rubs them the wrong way.
And that's what this dude does all day. This is his show,
basically. But vice versa, women tell us if we qualify or we don't qualify all the time. I feel like anybody should be able to tell the other party, okay, this is what I'm bringing.
I think the problem is it's not anybody telling them. He's telling them. It's not even coming from them niggas. That's the problem. Everything's coming from him as the mouthpiece. Okay. And they like, yo, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, who the fuck is
That's where I'm at. I don't really know who he is. So I'm like, who the fuck is this dude telling everybody about themselves? I don't know who they are.
Okay.
The way I look at it, though, it's like a generalization. So, okay, take me, for example. I played college basketball. I played with you guys, right? So let's say I have a talk show and you guys don't. Okay. But I chat with y'all all the time.
My fault.
No. I'm saying I have a talk show about what men want.
I thought you were saying this.
No. I have a talk show about what men want. Chill out. Let's go. Chill out, man. I have a talk show about what men want and women. So y'all, I hear the locker room talk. I hear everything. So I kind of take what all y'all say and kind of make it in a general package, and I present it. That's where I feel like he's coming from.
Got you. You just explained this shit super well, bro. I didn't know how I was gonna explain it. That's a good shit right there, bro.
He did. Nigga did his homework.
And I guess, so I posted a clip from the interview or whatever. And in this clip, he was basically talking about he wanted to see more, like, men should be providing, like we just was talking about. Mm-hmm. They should have the financial stuff on their shoulders, all this other good stuff. And I got a lot of like ladies on my Instagram commenting on my story, like, I don't like him. He's disrespectful. He shames women. And just like what you said, I guess his tone in his videos and stuff is pretty rude, but like some of the stuff he's saying is like basically, in his opinion, men aren't allowed to have qualifications, like you said. Right. Like we can't, like women, a lot of times you see on like social media, they might be like, yeah, you gotta at least be 6 feet, you gotta make this type of money, you gotta be like this. And if we do that, he's saying,
and I'm under 6 feet, so I hear. So shit, man, they bring me through the. Come on,
I'm
man.
Gucci on that front, but yeah. So I just want to talk about that. Like I thought it was interesting. I didn't watch any of his videos before, but in the interview, I liked the interview because he was pretty articulate, and I just thought it was interesting to see a guy have this stance where he's not scared to publicly speak his opinion on different things.
Shit, that's not the first dude. I feel like this is not the first dude. It's the first guy that's publicly spoken his opinion on things. I don't like. There's
and held firm. And after the backlash.
He's not the first, but he's amongst a few.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one. It's a short list.
Okay. Yeah, so I saw that. I mean, definitely check out the Joe Budden interview, I guess, or check out his videos if you're interested in that type of stuff. I guess to move on and what I saw, I guess this moves us right along to, do y'all think there's a thin line between preference and shaming? Because a lot of the comments I got when they were speaking about this dude was he fat shames women.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think in the video that they were speaking on, he was basically telling a woman who was a little bit more overweight that how can you be overweight and expect to get this type of guy? And they were like, he fat shames women. Do you think, and I just, in a general question, not really having to do with that, do y'all think there's a thin line between preference and shaming other people?
Yeah, I mean, that's why most people should keep their preferences inside their head. You know what? You shouldn't really speak your preferences out loud, I feel like, just because somebody's always going to be offended and someone's going to take something personal. Like, let's say I don't like chicks with hair, with fire for hair. You mean, like, and I say that out loud. Now all the chicks with fire for hair are going to hate me.
With what for what?
With fire for hair, bro.
Okay.
You mean like a redhead?
No, like fire, like real fire.
Yeah, okay.
It's just an
got you.
example, bro.
Got you. No, I was just asking.
He lost.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay,
yeah.
got you.
I was trying to stay with you, brother. But yeah, you saying so? Go ahead, bro. My fault.
No, okay, we got you. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, man, I forgot
No, we get it. Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Keep what to myself.
You talking about preference? Like, make it just yours.
Like, you can act on your preferences, but you shouldn't speak them out loud.
Yeah, you shouldn't be out here. Like, I just feel like you shouldn't be out here tweeting about, yo, I like this, and this, because honestly, nobody really gives a fuck about your preferences. Nobody should care about your preferences but you and the person you're dealing with, and you shouldn't be telling people your preferences because people can act like they're that thing and then switch up on you, and then you're gonna be pissed.
Got you.
Okay.
What you think, bro?
I'm gonna take the opposite side of it just to make it interesting. Well, I kind of believe it though. I feel like it's more on the person listening. You shouldn't hold anybody to that high of a standard to where you think what they're saying is a definite end all be all. Okay. So it's like, let's say I'm like, okay, perfect example. I want to play college basketball. I'm 5'9". A trainer will say, yo, you know, if you're under 6 feet, it's a low chance you're going to play college basketball. Now, if I respect his opinion to that high of a thing that I just stopped doing what I'm doing, that's one thing. But I could take it with a grain of salt and say, yeah, you know, the majority of people can't. I'm going to still try my hand at it, but I know what I'm up against. So that's what I feel like. I feel like people should, you know, have confidence in yourself and take everything with a grain of salt. It's like, okay, that might be the facts. If you're big and like that's all relative, you know, the majority of men who make a certain amount of money might not like that type of girl, but it's some people who are into that though.
And that might not
so
even,
it's
like
not
you
an
said,
end all be all.
That might not be true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's not a definite.
Yeah.
It's a suggestion. So you know.
And that's why the reason I brought this up, because when they were commenting like, yeah, he fat shames women, I was like, I don't know. I wasn't defending him, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe that could be his preference that he just doesn't like.
Yeah, he's probably speaking
like
from
said,
personal.
That's relative. Like, what does that really mean?
Yeah, you ask 3 people what's big, you're gonna get 3 different answers.
Get 3 different answers. That's real right. And then I remember like what you said, you probably shouldn't be vocal about your preferences all the time. Like, I saw this girl on Twitter just recently. She was like, yeah, I'm no longer dating black men. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt the way. I was like, yo, like, what type of time?
Like,
not that I want to date her, but like, I was just like, damn, like, why would you tweet something like that?
It's like a personal attack.
Yeah, it's like, why would you do that? And she was like, yeah, my dad is Mexican anyway, so it's like, and I was like, okay. Like,
I'm just a big believer in letting people do what they want to do. I'm like, all right, Ma, you don't want to date niggas? All right, cool.
Yeah, do your thing.
Shout out
do your
to
thing.
you, man.
Do your thing. Lashley, and what I saw.
You said Lashley?
Bobby Lashley, the wrestler.
Lastly, do y'all think that what I saw or recently, I'm seeing a lot of music come out. Do y'all think that the content in rap music is more violent today?
That's tough.
Because we just was listening to music and y'all was just like, why is everybody talking about murder?
So I don't think it's more violent because gangster rap evolved before this and it was more prominent in like 2000s and shit like that, where gangster rap was really gangster rap, and that was like the really more hardcore, I guess, violent rap. But today it's still pretty violent, and it's just like anybody needs to be mumbling, "I kill you." Shoot you.
Is the kill you part the only part we can hear?
That's all you can hear is kill and shoot.
Yeah.
And Xanax, I think it's just crazy these days. So I don't think it's more violent. No, I think it's kind of got to that level where when gangster rap came out, and then everybody just took from gangster rap and kind of branched out. Now everybody that raps is kind of violent in general. So even even J. Cole has said he'll smoke a nigga. J. Cole not gonna smoke nobody, I don't think.
What song he said that in?
He said it. I don't know.
No, I'm just asking because I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
Song,
but the way he says it, you don't take him seriously.
Yeah, you don't take him seriously. But like, he said it, like, you know, like, so everybody's saying they smoke, like, you know, they do this, they do that. But I don't think it's necessarily more violent than it was before.
Got you. What you think, Ant? The content.
What I'll say is, and I see a lot of this firsthand. I believe the difference is back in the day when you like going off because what Esco said was perfect. There was gangster rap started what like 80s. And then it became big early 2000s. Yeah. But there's always been that, but I always thought there was more talent back then. So you might be a gangster rapper just off a product of your environment.
Okay.
But, you know, they could really rap, so they would offer you a little bit more. And then you can take... Go ahead.
You said something about talent. So you think the people were more talented back then, or do you think that because there's more access to fame now with the internet, that the talent just seems watered down?
I think it works hand in hand. I think back then, there were gatekeepers, and it was harder to get into the music industry. So there was a floor to where you had to be.
Bring the gatekeepers back.
It's impossible.
That's a good and a bad thing, but
it's impossible.
With the internet, it's impossible.
How about it's impossible with the internet?
But today, it's like anybody can get in, so you're going to have people who are trash, and you're going to have people who are good. You just hear more people.
Yeah.
But what the difference is like, okay, I think in my eyes, this is probably one of the most popular gangster rappers ever, 50 Cent.
First one popped in my head, yeah.
He had talent, though. So,
very
like,
talented.
a lot of shit he said was street, but you got other stuff. You got and even if you're talking about, and what I like from gangster artists, quote unquote gangster artists or street artists, is when you give me the totality of the story. Because it's like, you from Philly, I live in Philly, you know, you were in Philly, in and out of Philly.
Around these
I be in the city sometimes.
You're in and out of Philly. I just like when people tell the whole story. It's like shoot 'em up, bang bang is cool, but tell what happens after that. Tell us what happened with like the problems with that. And I feel talented people can do that. So that's what I think it is. I feel like it's less talented people today, and I feel like today they lead with that. Like, okay, I might not be able to make music, but okay, this is how I'm gonna catch buzz. I'm smoking on the so and so pack. It's gonna get everybody to look at me.
Look at this dance right here.
You're leading with it.
What's he doing? The June bug now? I don't even know.
Yeah.
What
That's not even like
that's not even new. They just brought that joint back.
Yeah. I think I agree.
Just
Y'all
don't
brought up a
lead
lot
with
of
it.
points where it's like I definitely could like speak on. It's like I think the content is a little different where because there's so much access to the internet, you can just put your music on different platforms and get it heard. The content today, I'm noticing like I feel like it's violent just to be violent. Like if you like listen to a lot of rappers today, they just be talking about killing people just to talk about killing people.
Yep.
You should never kill nobody. And I hope nobody kills anybody. But
don't do that.
The gangster rappers, I guess back in the day, like they spoke on situations because they're talented, so they could rap on stories and different things like that. They spoke on situations which would cause them to kill people. It just wasn't. I'm riding around shooting this person, shooting that person.
Hey, like, I killed 5,000 people today. Happy day.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
It just
that.
wasn't.
Yeah,
I think the content is a little different with that. But yeah, I definitely think it's different too. Like y'all said, like just the access to the internet. I don't think they're any less talented today. I just think the talent gets showcased less today. You know what I mean?
Because you had to get signed. You had to get through the gatekeepers and get signed back in the day. You had to really have talent.
Yeah.
Now you can just YouTube. Doop.
There's a difference between I rap, but don't get it twisted. I'll shoot you, and I shoot people. So now I'm going to start rapping.
Right,
There's a difference between the two.
So would you be a shooting type rapper? Like what kind of rapper would you be?
Me, honestly, I feel like I'd be a conscious rapper, bro. I'll be having thoughts on a lot of things.
Because you a rapper now. That's why I asked you rap.
Yeah, I think so.
rapper?
But also,
Have you rapped about a Drake in any of your songs?
yeah, I've rapped about guns in my songs before. But I feel like it's all about the presentation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta put the medicine in the candy, man.
Got you.
Medicine in the candy.
The fake finger gun up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't.
I think as a,
Don't lead with it,
If
though.
you rap, I don't have a problem if like you're see these niggas. I don't have a problem like if you rapping or whatever and you really trying to showcase like your wordplay and stuff like that is one thing. So if you talking about guns, you're just trying to show your wordplay. That's one thing. But a lot of these dudes are like really trying to show that like they're really about it, and some of them aren't really about it. And I think that's what
Proving
the difference
yourself
is.
to nobody. It's like,
What type of rapper would you be, bro?
So, what type of rapper would I be? I would be most similar to probably like J. Cole, just because I feel like he's lived a very similar, like kind of life the way I had, just in general. Not like you mean like I fucking went to St. John's and fucking I'm a rapper star now, but you know what I mean. Like just growing up, hood black community, go to college, play basketball. I mean, then he talks about the shit in his life. I kind of relate to too.
if y'all rap, your stories probably be identical.
Yeah, so I'm not a rapper.
You think he got J. Cole type life?
from the hood,
just
play
playing.
ball.
Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing,
So,
bro.
you know, it's in a nutshell. Yeah.
You from a Golden State, bro.
Who would I be then, bro?
Cheese.
Who would you be, bro?
Yeah.
You'd be
Chance the
Macklemore.
Rapper.
No, bro.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper. Chance is from Chicago. though. I
Cheese
ain't
the
even from
Rapper,
Chicago.
yeah.
Nah, bro. You don't know
Yeah, no, I'm about to say Chance. Yeah, Chance.
I don't
Chance.
know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay,
Chance from
okay.
Chicago.
Oh, Chance.
Nah, the reason I brought this question up though is because I was more so speaking on like who would you rap like obviously like your life. I think for most of us it probably would be somebody like a J. Cole because we went to college and shit like that. And
But
we
if I could choose who I would rap like,
for me like who I like listening to, let's say
Who would your
if
rap
I've ever
comparison
heard
be, Cheese?
Silk the Shocker.
yeah.
You think you would be Silk the Shocker? Hell no. Hey,
I
yo,
would have been
what?
rapping like him, bro. I'm telling you.
You a
bro.
No Limit Soldier? I
No
thought
limit,
I told
baby.
you.
Bro, I just watched that
Oh,
documentary,
man.
bro. I really fuck with
bugging,
Silk,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
I
I
fuck with
don't-
Silk, bro.
You'd have been NBA Young Cheese.
Nah, bro.
I
I
don't
would like
Silk
Silk. I would
the
have tried to
Shocker.
rap like Silk though.
Okay.
Why?
I just like that. I like his style. A lot of people don't like him, bro.
Because it's ass.
I'm not saying that.
I
Listen
am.
to that.
I'm
But
just
he
looking
do
at
be
it as
off
I don't
beat.
think they're similar.
He be off beat. He be rapping fast. I would have rapped like Silk, bro.
Okay.
I would have rapped like Silk.
Oh, so okay, that changes
You
the
don't even
question.
talk
If you could
fast.
pick anybody, okay,
How
so
you-
you can pick anybody.
how you gonna rap
Who you
like Silk?
picking? If you
Me.
can pick anybody,
If
if
I
you
could-
pick Silk the Shocker, it doesn't have to have any resemblance to your regular
Yeah, just who would
personality.
you rap like? I would've
Who
rapped
would
like
you
him.
rap like if you can choose?
For fun?
Yeah, for fun.
Shit.
Because he definitely don't act like Silk the Shocker.
Y'all know
Silk,
Silk
bro.
pretty chill.
I'm
You
shocked.
listen to interviews, Silk is chill.
He said I'm
I'm
shocked.
shocked.
I think
don't
I
know.
would have been like him mostly if I was really a rapper for real. I probably would have been like him.
Well, if I'm just picking anybody,
Yeah,
I pick
go
Rick
ahead.
Ross. Cause I like to do the grunt. I be doing that joint. I be sitting in my crib like this Rick Ross grunt, bro.
You just do
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit
I
by
just be doing
yourself,
that
bro.
joint, just chilling. So it would
So
definitely
you a
be Rick.
luxurious boy.
Yeah,
You talk
bro.
about the finer things.
I feel like I would have to slow down when I rap. Because I talk too fast sometimes. If I was rapping, I would be tripping over my words. So I feel like I would have to rap slower and just be on some luxurious shit. You mean rapping about silk robes and shit.
That's tough.
Got you.
Damn, if I get to choose.
Like obviously, like I would
But
want to
have-
be like
okay.
Jay-Z, but I'm talking about who I would have been probably.
Yeah.
Like probably like a Silk, probably my rap style.
I would have copied Biggie straight up. Like I would just copy him.
I would have been. That's tough. You know
He
what?
probably sang R&B.
I don't
bro.
see. Okay, so here we go. I don't really care a lot about the fame of the things. I'm kind of more into because it's the same way with basketball. I'm more into like who's better. I don't really care like yo, I'm on this team or I'm on that team. I might have ended up being Cassidy, bro. Just bars on bars on bars.
Okay.
Don't care who listening.
Yeah,
don't
just
care
rapping.
what it. Yeah, I'm just rapping, bro.
Got you.
Yeah,
got
that's
you, got
probably
you.
what I would have been
Oh, he
like.
got a better ear for beats.
Yeah.
That's a good joint. That's a good joint. Cassie straight. Got you straight. Yeah, just who style you like the most? I was like,
That's
I
a
fuck
good
with Silk.
joint,
I fuck
cheese.
with Silk.
So
That's somebody nobody would think about him.
Bro.
Go listen to Silk if y'all never.
If
heard
anybody
Silk.
who listens to us is a graphic designer, please make us a graphic of Cheese with the No Limit
With the-
Soldier
I need the
bandana.
Scully. I
Yeah,
need the
put him on the
Silk-
tank.
I need the Silk
Yeah.
Scully.
Please. Oh
He
my
was in a
God.
couple
That's
movies,
Yeah,
too.
but I was thinking of that movie. He was
Yeah,
in.
bro, I would have been like who? All right, Joe. Let's. I guess we're gonna talk about some serious stuff.
Is Silk in jail?
No,
Silk chilling.
He free.
He like a chill boy.
Nah, he chill. He the chill out of the whole
Yeah.
family.
Like he
He
was
was the one
gangster in his music and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he
I'm
the
sure he
chill
wasn't
one.
like. But he was pretty.
yeah, he chill.
If you watch the documentary,
Oh, that's he murdered in his book.
Yeah, that's C-Murder.
yes, he murdered is in prison. If you watch the documentary, it's pretty dope because he was the youngest out of Master P's brothers, so he got into the music industry before them, like at a younger age.
Yeah.
He wasn't in as much.
Smart.
So
smart.
definitely
Shout
watch
out
that
Lil
out.
Romeo too. Yeah, legend.
For real. You about to dip, bro?
Nah.
I thought you. Alright. Yeah. So I guess to get serious, after our last podcast, Derek Chauvin, who was the cop who murdered George Floyd, he was found guilty on all 3 of the charges.
Guilty on all fucking charges, man.
He was found guilty of 2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree murder, and 2nd-degree manslaughter. And I think based on his 2nd-degree murder charge, he faces up to 40 years in prison. What was your thoughts and reaction to that, bro?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I didn't follow the trial. I knew it started, and I knew it ended, and that's all I wanted to know about it because I didn't like that it was on TV. I don't feel like that shit should have been a spectacle like that.
You don't think so?
No, because I feel like somebody made money off that shit, and they shouldn't have. In my
Talking
head,
about like the TV.
yeah, whoever was streaming that shit made a lot of money off that shit because all their viewers were watching that shit. I don't like that.
Okay.
It just rubbed me the wrong way.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Because they know a lot of people was gonna be looking out and checking out for that trial. But so my thoughts and reactions to him, being found guilty to all charges, I was so happy. Just like I didn't expect for it to be all charges. I expected them, give him 1-2, a slap on the wrist, 5-year sentence, if anything, because it was on video. So I knew they was gonna get him. Still was on video like that. So it was like maybe 5 years. They saying up to 40. So you mean if nothing else, it's a shot to these other police officers or these other people up here abusing powers of authority.
Yeah.
Poet, he don't know it.
Yeah.
I draw, bro. Abusing powers of authority like that. So, I like the outcome.
You like the outcome?
Yeah.
Got you. What do you think, Ant?
Obviously, start with the positive. Love the outcome. Roof him. Get him out of here.
Under the jail.
Also, we do gotta wait for the sentencing.
I was about to say that.
With those type of cases, the length of jail time you can do differs greatly. But the one part, obviously you gotta say how you feel. I don't want to dwell on the negative, but the one thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way is like people like barbecuing, like celebrating and all that. It's like, yes, I get it. We're all happy that, justice worked in our favor for once. Maybe we got to see how they sentence him. But it's like, come on, man. At the end of the day, somebody still lost their life. It's like, it just looked nasty when you see people like too happy.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we really happy about? At the end of the day, a brother lost his life when he didn't have to.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a celebration type thing. It's like, okay, we're glad it worked the way it's supposed to, but it's like, come on, man.
It's a celebration. It's a different type.
Yeah.
I just think people are so used to not getting what is deserved, basically justice. So I guess people get so hyped because finally, he's found guilty on all charges. Like you said, we definitely gotta wait for the sentencing because I think him being a former cop, and I did see one thing. I did see that some video came out. I don't know how true this is. I gotta look it up, but I saw something where it said he may have had another case with a 17-year-old where he was kneeling on the 17-year-old. For a long period of time as well. So
that wasn't the first time he did that?
I think I saw something. I forgot what platform it was on that they're looking into that as well now.
Sheesh.
And that person never got justice for some of the things Derek Chauvin did.
It's disgusting.
So in that case, we got to look for updates. But I think I was happy that he got justice. Like you said, you can never bring someone back, but hopefully he gets a long period of time.
And in the sentencing, please in the comments tell me if I'm wrong. But from what I've been hearing, like Esco said, I didn't really pay attention to the trial. I tuned in on the verdict. I didn't tune into the trial. But what I overheard a few people saying is the person who's getting accused of a certain crime gets to choose who controls the sentencing, whether it's the jury or the judge.
Okay.
Derek Chauvin, the officer, he chose the judge. So when I was watching the last couple days of the trial, the judge was giving me weird vibes, man. Like certain things he said, I'm like, okay, he kind of like weirding me out. He might be one of those. Yeah. So with the sentencing in his hands, it's like I gotta watch before I get too happy. I gotta watch to see how it play out because it looked like he didn't really want a roofing.
And that's why I wanted to respond to your point about it being publicized and shown on TV. I like that it was shown on TV because you had people watching, even though somebody might have made money off of it, but you got the public watching. So I felt like that kind of pushed people in those positions to, y'all better get this right, at least with the verdict, as far as like him getting found guilty. Because if we wasn't paying attention to it as much, maybe you could try to slide this one by and, him not get found guilty. No, the entire world is watching this trial.
Do you think because the shit was on TV, is that why,
Not just TV. I just think because it was such heat on the whole situation.
There's been heat, though, in the past. They don't care.
There's been heat.
As much as this?
Yes, bro.
As George Floyd situation?
Bro.
There had...
And not
like that Sandra Castle. Remember a couple years ago?
And then Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, like
true. And I mean, it's different situations with the different cases. I'm just saying with this one,
Sandra Bland, sorry.
This was such a crazy thing where it started like nationwide, like riots and different things like that. And that's happened before, but this was pretty prominent. So I think like people were really tuned into this. Like y'all better get this right.
The main difference was this one was just. I mean, in young boy terms, all the young boys are saying it now. That shit was caught in 4K, man.
Yeah,
like it was.
And that's why I'm saying
you can't deny it.
What happened to 1080p?
Nah, they changed it to 4K. Yeah, that's the new term.
The definition, bro.
When you get caught red-handed, they're like, yo, it's in 4K.
Nah, I know that.
Bro.
I gotta look up the actual. You know what I'm saying? Is 4K that good?
Nah, that's the best one out right now.
Apparently.
But
so we definitely
Smoking on that Chauvin pack.
Yeah, I guess that's what niggas keep saying. I had faith that he would be found guilty. We glad that he was. On the same day that the verdict came out, if he was guilty or not, it was a case or a situation that became public as far as Ma'Khia Bryant. She was a 16-year-old girl. She was shot and killed in Columbus, Ohio, by a police officer named Nicholas Reardon. The body cam footage, it showed Bryant with the little girl with a knife in her hand, and it seemed like she was attacking two women, and he ended up killing her because of that. That's what they're saying happened. Have y'all looked into this situation a little bit?
So I saw, I briefly kind of watched the video just because I didn't know what it was. It was sent to me on Instagram. I just clicked it and I watched a little bit of it. And just knowing that she had a knife and there were two women attacking, I feel like I have to look a little more into it before I'm ready to put this in the same category as those others. Just because this time she wasn't, unarmed. It was apparently she was attacking people, but I don't really know the full situation. So I got to get a little bit more notes, a little more details, and just see, about what comes out from, the eyewitnesses and all that stuff and what they're saying. Because I don't really know, I saw the body cam joint, but I didn't really listen to it. I don't know if there was audio, what was he was saying, if she was trying not to comply, shit like that. So, yeah. And then my last thing is, it's easy to say, he could have shot her in the leg or some shit like that, but it's harder to shoot somebody, shoot somebody in the leg like that, I guess, in the moment. I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot that goes into that shit.
I did agree with Esco initially, but the thing that caused me to look into it further was LeBron tweeted about it, and then I saw the backlash that Bron was getting.
I did see that.
Are you guys familiar with this? So Bron basically tweeted right after the verdict, yo, here we go. No, he posted a picture of the cop and he said, "You're next." So then Trump Twitter was going crazy, the cop lovers was going crazy, oh, you're putting a target on his back. She had a knife, da 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 da, and he deleted the tweet.
Okay.
As he should,
yeah.
But that made me look into it because I'm a heavy I'm not as far as basketball, no, Bron is one of the best. But as far as just fans of the teams he's on, I'm not a fan of him. But I'm a heavy black excellence bull. I'm like, why are you changing your stance? Because people make so that made me look into it. I'm like, why are you changing your stance? And the more I looked into it, I saw the video, I saw what was going down, and it's a lot of gray area. Okay. But what I will say is this though: one, if you want to be a cop, nobody asked you to be a cop. You're choosing to do that. It's not like back in the day where the military, they draft you and it's yo, I don't want to do this, and then you're out there. So it's you're making a choice to have a civic duty to the people. And then I see a lot of viral videos popping up of a lot of hostile white men and women with weapons where they calmly put them in the truck. So my thing is I don't like the narrative of yo, black people just out here wilding and we putting ourselves in these positions. It's yo, the girl was 16. It's everybody makes mistakes. From the story I'm hearing, women came to her house trying to jump, young women came to her house trying to jump her. She pulled out a knife because she's outnumbered in her own house. She's the one who called the police.
Right. By
the time the police get there, the situation's on and popping. She's already got hands put on her. She's riled up. She's trying to, so from the video I saw, the cop gets there. The girl is arguing with the girl. They're about 15 feet away, and she's trying to make closer, and she has a knife in her hand. It's where's the conflict resolution skills? Where's the taser? Where's the, because, I said again, yes, it's like you said, it's easier said than done, but it's you signed up for the job. Mm-hmm. It's we don't tell Navy SEALs yo, why didn't you get the hostage? They always get the they're trained. It's bro, you signed up for this, man.
No, I don't.
Navy SEALs, certain from what I hear. All right.
I don't know no.
Thanks for calling me out.
Watch too many movies.
You're right. Thanks for calling me out.
I don't know no
But
Navy
SEALs. in theory, you signed up for the job. It's bro, you gotta have conflict resolution skills. I've seen people talk school shooters off of buildings. I done seen white men lunge at cops with a knife, and they're bro, you really don't want to do this. You're messing up your life. It's where is these same talks? It's like black people can't make mistakes. Black people can't live and learn. It's like it's always death. If black people make a wrong decision, it always results in death. That's my only thing.
I definitely understand that. I definitely understand. I understand both viewpoints. I definitely probably lean a little bit more to leaks in terms of I probably got to get more information. Because I saw another story. I heard the story where they said she was getting jumped. And then I heard a story that it was like her foster sisters that came over and they were arguing over something like cleaning the house. And it just escalated to the point where cops had to be called. Because obviously she had a knife or they was fighting or whatever. In this situation, I definitely had to wait a little bit before I jumped out the window. I did feel with the LeBron tweet, maybe he might have jumped out the window a little bit. Let me, my fault, cuz.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he might have jumped out the window with his tweet a little bit because you just assuming, I guess people like with your tweet, you're assuming he's guilty. You know what I mean? Like you may be assuming, and maybe he did. No, I don't believe the 16-year-old should have lost her life at all. You never want to see that, but I just need to get more facts on the case, I guess.
But let's get off the cop though, right? Because that's life or death. That's sudden reaction. You're getting to what's in somebody's psyche, so that you can't. It's hard to prove that.
Yeah.
But as far as the tweet, right? Just going off of Brian, we don't like. People can just simply say whatever they want about Brian, and they don't like. Oh, we need more facts, and then so why is Brian got to be so thoughtful about what he tweets?
Because
that's what I don't like.
For me, I feel like when you're in a position like LeBron, you can't be like other people. You can't. Like you can't do what I do, LeBron James, because when you do something, everybody's gonna fucking know about it. Some shit. I can do something right now, and nobody ever gonna know.
Yep.
I can post a tweet. I can post a fucking nude on Twitter right now. Nobody would see that shit. LeBron do that shit, the whole world will know in 5 seconds.
You know what it is? You guys
facts,
might.
though.
You guys.
That's
Okay,
what I
no.
think
It
of.
is
That's
facts.
what I think of, bro.
It is facts.
Oh, well.
You guys are probably right on the situation. He probably. I mean, I'm not gonna say he jumped the gun, but he should have got more information. What I think what I'm holding personal is I don't like when I look at the collective of people who was taking it down, telling him to take it down, looking at them personally.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, y'all weirdos. I'm not taking it down because y'all told me to take it down.
It's some people.
That's what I don't like.
It's some
about
people,
it.
in my opinion, jumping on the opportunity to bash.
That's
him
what I don't like.
versus actually being upset. But I do think there's a group of people who are actually upset with him because this situation is fresh and it has so much gray area. Whereas like somebody like LeBron, you can't jump out the window like you would with the situation with George Floyd, where you have video and you know it's just wrong being done. In this situation, a 16-year-old girl lost her life, but there's a lot of gray area with it. So he has to be more responsible, I think, in my opinion, with his platform before you just say. And even then, I don't think the tweet was that bad. He really was just calling for accountability for the officer, but that can be taken a certain way, and you could be automatically assuming he's guilty. And with him having such a big platform, I'm kind of like, you kind of got to be careful with that, which is why I understand.
I don't got a problem with it because I live in Philadelphia. Esco lives in Philadelphia. These cops be walking around here like they God themselves, like they better than regular human beings. So if you put yourself in that position, walking around like that, then you better have God level decision making ability. So I'm gonna hold you to a higher standard. So I don't give a fuck what Brian's.
Yeah, but we can't. We don't know about the cop in that situation.
I mean, that's cool.
We gonna wait on it. We gonna definitely have some updates on it.
Shout out to LeBron,
Came
man.
off the hip on that.
Yeah, you know that's Ant.
Shout out to Brian, man.
Rant.
Don't let these people take you off your
We gonna move on though.
Lighten you up a little bit.
Yeah, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Speaking of fighting,
you brought this up.
Yeah, I did these. I'll talk about this a little bit. So, this movie came out yesterday, Friday, HBO Max and in theaters. Mortal Kombat, the remake, John. Did y'all see the original?
no.
You didn't see the
I've
original?
only played the
Mortal Kombat?
game.
You didn't see the original movie?
No, I've only played the game.
I did. I have seen the original.
Okay, you seen the original?
Yeah.
What do you think about the original movie?
It's hard to judge it. It was back in the 90s.
Yeah, but like for the time, like think about it for the time.
For the time, it wasn't that great of a movie.
Okay. How do you feel about the games and shit though?
I love the games. I'm a little game.
So you was like the more game type boy too, and you played the games too.
Cheese the bull who actually learned the controls. You know, you got people who jam buttons. Cheese the bull who read the manual, memorize every move.
I was that boy. I'm
He's
heavy
that
Mortal
bull.
Kombat boy. The reason he says that is because I'm like 25-0 against Ant.
Damn.
No,
I
won at least 3
games straight.
I won at least 3 games.
No,
bro.
you didn't, bro.
I beat you 3 times.
I whipped Ant's ass in that game. 25 games straight, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm ass at that, John. I don't even play
That's
that
my
shit.
game. That's my game.
But I was asking about the games and shit, just because the movie came out yesterday, and it's a reboot. Now you saw the original movie. You didn't see the original movie.
No.
So I don't know how you're gonna feel. I really enjoyed the original movie at the time because I was super into just like that genre of shit. Just like as a lot of young black kids were at the time, like kung fu, all that shit. They was getting it in, bro.
Yeah.
And then you go to the arcade, all the games and shit. So
Was it like Bruce Lee movie level production? Was it kind of like similar?
back then,
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, I know. Like they had like the graphics and shit too. Like
It was better because it was in the
It was
90s.
better?
It was in the 90s.
Because I know Bruce Lee's joints.
I mean, but this new joint, the graphics are A1. They're A1. But do y'all plan to watch that joint?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch. I mean, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, like I keep saying, but I definitely the commercials and the ads for it. It looked like it was a really good movie. And I like the original. The graphics. I don't know. I guess maybe I was looking at it from a kid that grew up in the 2000s.
Yeah, bro. Don't think about Marvel movies right now. Think
Yeah,
about
yeah. I'm talking about even back then, though. It just even back then, it looked kind of funny because I saw it probably after it originally came out.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna check it out for sure.
What you think?
I'm definitely interested in it. What's weird to me is in this whole COVID era where they're doing like the streaming things instead of movie theaters, it's really hard to see when things are coming out because it's like they promo things, but I feel like they don't really give like dates. They
No,
just be
bro,
like,
this joint,
did they give a date?
Okay,
Okay, so I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree a little bit with that. Like with a movie theater, if it's in the theaters, I feel like you'll see a commercial and they make it a point to give a date.
Here's my question for you though.
Go ahead.
Do you stream most TV you watch?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of.
There's no commercials.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Got you.
But that's what he's saying. Like you can't really. They don't promote it as well on the streaming services because there's no commercials.
That's true. I mean,
so we never really know when stuff is coming out.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's
You just
hard,
know it's
man.
coming.
You know, because I got HBO Max, so when you go on HBO Max to watch Fresh Prince, anything on there, you see at the top, you mean what's coming out.
So that's where it's at?
Yeah, that's how
Because
I
I
do
have HBO Max, but okay, so
Right,
that's where
right.
I messed up. I have HBO Max, but with King Kong versus Godzilla,
Trash.
That's a trash movie. But I feel like they had a bigger budget, so they were like, if I was watching a basketball game, it was on TNT saying watching on HBO Max.
Right.
I didn't really see anything on other services telling me to watch Mortal Kombat. But what you're telling me is if you go on the app, it tells you. I only go on the app when I know a
It
movie's
says
there.
in
Gotcha.
theaters and
Yeah.
on HBO Max, and it
Gotcha.
said
They promoted this
Friday,
joint a little bit,
the
though.
joint,
Okay.
like,
Yeah, they
whatever.
promoted this joint.
But before I get to the question that I wanted to ask about this, I want to talk about one more movie series. Y'all ever seen the Mummy series at all?
Yes. Saw all of it.
No,
So all
I've
three?
never.
You
I've
ever
never
seen
watched
any of the Mummies?
Never
Not
watched
one.
any Mummies.
Yo, what do you be
I
watching?
may have saw a part of the first one maybe because ain't The Rock in one of them.
The second one.
Second one.
Okay, yeah, I've seen.
What's
probably
the
a little
main actor's name again? Is that Tom Hanks?
No, that's Brendan Fraser. Tom Hanks was no. That's why I'm asking you because Tom Hanks was in the last one. That's why I
Okay.
asked that question.
All right.
Oh,
And,
where?
yeah, Tom Hanks. I think pretty sure he was in the last one, and they made the last one like 16 years after they made the second one, and it was kind of like a reboot. John, that shit was trash truck
Okay,
chips,
okay.
bro. And
With Tom Hanks?
Yes, bro. It was
Okay.
bad. I think it was Tom. I don't know who. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
Tom
it was
Hanks was in the first one, bro.
No, bro. That's Brendan Fraser was in the first two. I
I know
promise
who
you.
Brendan Fraser
It
is.
was Brendan Fraser
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
first two.
I know who Brendan Fraser is.
And then they made that reboot, John, a couple years ago, and that shit was poop on
I
the
can't
stick.
believe it was Tom. They went from Brendan
Look it
Fraser
up,
to Tom
bro.
Hanks.
I'm
I
pretty
can't-
I'm looking it up right now.
It was
Yeah.
16 years later, and I'm pretty sure it was Tom fucking Hanks.
I haven't really seen any of
Yo,
them.
Brendan Fraser looked crazy.
But that shit was
All right,
trash,
go ahead.
bro.
Okay.
And I just wanted to ask y'all, like, is there like a right way to like do a remake or like a reboot? Because I feel like we often see people with these ideas to just bring shit back instead of making their own, and we see them joints flop.
I think the main thing, and we talked about this, I think last episode, you need to pick a movie that deserves to be revisited again.
Correct.
Some of these,
Correct. That's
Some of that
correct.
shit, yeah.
some of these movies that they pick, for example, this wasn't a reboot, but it was a sequel. The Coming to America, John.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
You leave that alone.
Yeah, shut up.
Coming to America, you leave that alone. What's some other movies that we should leave alone? It was a few that they've come out in the
That they
recent
brought
years.
back?
Yeah, like they've brought back with sequels or reboots. Some of them Jones is classics and need to stand alone. For example, I think they're coming out with a Boomerang reboot.
Oh no.
Oh no, please.
And they need to
please,
leave
no.
that alone.
Gotta leave it alone.
They did Dr. Doolittle over again.
Was that how long?
So now is so remember Dr. Doolittle. So there was Dr. Doolittle before Eddie Murphy. I never saw that one because I don't care about it.
Okay, that was a
But-
good reboot.
Oh, so that was a remake with Eddie
So
Murphy.
yeah, Eddie Murphy
Okay.
was a pretty good movie. So
Eddie,
I'm not gonna be
Eddie.
mad at that reboot.
Yeah.
They rebooted it again. I haven't seen this, John, but it's Iron Man. Iron Man's Dr. Doolittle now.
Oh,
I might rock
Robert
with it,
Downey
though.
Jr.
I didn't see it
Robert
yet.
Downey
Yeah,
Jr.
Robert Downey
I didn't see it
Jr.
yet.
Okay.
I didn't see it yet, but I'm gonna check it out just because I want to know.
He might
it's
do
a
a good
different
job.
story. Yeah, he might.
And I'm looking it up. We're wrong. So you were right. Brendan Fraser was in the original Mummy. It wasn't Tom Hanks, but who was
Tom
in the
Cruise.
2007 one?
That's
It's
what I
Tom
meant to say.
Cruise.
That's what I meant to say.
And Russell
I thought I
Crowe.
was saying
Russell
that.
Crowe. Okay.
Two great actors.
I said Tom Hanks.
Bro,
He
I was
don't even seem like
I was
him.
thinking of Tom Cruise and saying Tom Hanks.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's just off.
Going off of what he said, off the remakes, it has to be a movie that's worth being remade. Mummy was alright, but like I'm not looking for a new Mummy in the 2010s.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm cool.
All right.
It wasn't that good of a movie.
All right, all right. So my next question to kind of go along with TV shows and movies and shit.
Tom Cruise might be one of the most overrated actors ever.
Hold up. You know what's funny?
What?
I think that it was with Tom Cruise. Now I think I did see that movie.
The last one.
You definitely
I
saw
actually
it,
like
bro.
that joint. I actually like that joint. That joint was not bad. That changed my whole thought on that.
She's like
yeah.
every movie.
Yeah, no, that joint wasn't
You-
bad. I went to go see it in theaters though, so like I said,
Yeah,
maybe the
yeah,
experience
yeah.
made
You
it
like
different.
Godzilla shit in the theaters too.
Exactly.
That was the topic we was
Exactly.
talking about.
That joint was
Bears
poop on the
versus
stick.
Shrek.
But to go along with like just movies and shit, so I was thinking about all the characters that have been recast and shit, and like if it worked out or not. And I mean the best example I can think of working out off the top of my head is obviously Don Cheadle and taking over for Iron Man. Terrence Howard, that treat out. I think it was.
That's funny,
What's
but
going on with you, man?
what's going on, man?
I think it would still been a good movie, but I felt he filled that role a little better.
I think
He
they were
did.
both. Yeah, they were both solid. What was the actual character's name?
I forgot.
War
Rhodes.
War
Colonel
Machine.
Rhodes,
War Machine.
War Machine.
Yeah, War
in the Iron
Machine.
Man movies. Yeah, he did. He was a good. Don Cheadle's a better actor than Terrence Howard
Yeah.
though. So they upgraded. That's
Terrence
not even a
is a good
debate.
actor,
No,
bro.
he is,
Terrence
but it's
is
not a
good.
debate.
Don't say it like Terrence is a bad actor. I ain't like how you said that shit.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
He said it
No,
with
no,
some.
what
He
I'm
said it
saying
with
is-
some umph.
Yeah, bro.
No, what I'm saying is Don Cheadle is like not a debate. It's Don Cheadle.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay. I mean, I see what you're saying.
Terrence Howard, that's my man.
I mean,
My man.
that's your main Iron Man.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hey, man.
a couple others are like the Hulk. Obviously, the first Hulk movie with some other bull, and then the new bull way better.
He's way better.
Everybody agrees with that one. The big one, Aunt Viv, light skin, dark skin.
Yeah, they were different characters to me. The Aunt Viv.
That might have been one of the
But it
most
wasn't a
weirdest
different
without
no,
explanation.
it was the same character. What I'm saying is how they did Aunt Viv. It damn near was a different
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
Aunt
they
Viv,
had a whole different.
yeah, the Aunt Viv, the first one, she was like super educational, super like stern.
Assertive and all that
Yeah,
shit,
a
yeah.
dancer. The second Aunt Viv was really
Real
just there to
meek
be
to
like
it.
Philip. That's all she said.
Yeah, she was kind of a side character.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch Game of Thrones?
No.
I
Yo,
caught.
you don't watch nothing, cheese.
I didn't see it from my fault. I didn't see it from its beginning. I caught like the later seasons though.
So you-
Who switched?
Wait, so you saw the last season?
Yeah.
You should watch skip that shit and watch the first ones.
I keep hearing
came
that
in
too.
late.
You don't watch. If you can watch Game of Thrones, watch like the first 5 seasons ish, and then kind of start tuning out a little bit. But that's a show where I mean they recurred a lot of changing characters and shit. I didn't know Cheese never saw anything ever. Well, I put that shit on there.
We had an old episode. What movie didn't he see that everybody saw? Was it? Nah, it wasn't Space
It was
Jam.
Space Jam. It was Space
You didn't
Jam.
see Space
I've seen
Jam.
Space Jam, and actually, I'm super excited to go
Well,
see
you
it.
just saw it.
No, I've seen it. It was a few years ago,
Oh.
but it wasn't
Was it?
as a kid.
Yeah, that was.
It
He said he didn't see
Yeah,
Space
it
Jam
was.
when we recorded the
So
first.
Cheese saw
Yeah.
Space Jam for the first time when he was like
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, I did. The full
He saw it on
movie,
the team
full
bus.
movie.
That's when he saw it.
Yeah,
When he was
the
on
full
the-
movie.
Wow, bro.
But I am hyped to see Space Jam too. I think Braun about to kill it.
That's
now
gonna be
that's
a
a
remake,
reboot
yeah.
that was perfect.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I guess
Wait, we ain't see that shit yet. We don't know. Don't say it's perfect.
the idea. Now whether or not they execute on that idea.
The Mortal Kombat idea is perfect. You just said the commercial looked fire, right? Like it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
that's
great
what I'm saying.
movie.
The idea
Now
is good.
one more
Good.
character change that I know everybody saw. I don't know how you feel about it. How do you feel about the Ben Affleck Batman? I don't like it.
I fuck with him.
I like the other dude.
Christian Bale.
I like Christian Bale. To me, that's always Bruce Wayne. Ben Affleck's not Bruce Wayne,
so
bro.
honestly, I prefer Christian Bale's Batman, but I won't say that Ben Affleck does a bad job.
Okay.
I thought Ben Affleck was dope. I just thought
Yeah.
the movies that he was in was ass.
Yeah.
It didn't have nothing to do with his
Did y'all see the
portrayal of
Snyder's
the
cut,
character.
John?
The
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Justice League Snyder's cut.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
4
John.
hours.
It's too long.
4 hours of my life.
This movie's too long for me.
It's a
bro.
long
It's a
ass
long ass
fucking
Is
movie.
it good though? Worth it?
It was
decent.
It was decent. Yeah, it was decent. It was decent. I
You see
wasn't
the
mad.
new Joker? Did y'all see the new Joker?
The most recent one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
did.
dude did a
They doing
great
that.
job following up Heath Ledger. He did the best job you can do.
Okay.
He did okay.
No, it's following what Heath Ledger did. I feel like that's the closest you can get.
I think he delved so far in the character like
Yeah.
Heath did because it was his
It
whole
was
movie.
tough.
He was straight.
I mean, it was a different movie.
Yeah,
2
type of movie.
So we were just talking about the Justice League movie, the Snyder's Cut film and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good posse cut, right? So
Transition king. Transition king.
So I remember I saw something recently. That's a good transition, bro. Posse cut is like a song that has like we talking about rap. 4 rappers at least. So I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think the best posse cut is of all time?
Okay.
Just to give y'all some examples. We got Nori, Banned from TV, which has like Nori, The Locks, Fat Joe.
That's hard to beat.
Or Big Pun, Cameron, DMX, Blackout with Jay-Z, The Locks, him. And so there's a bunch of them. What do y'all think is the best one of all time? With 4 rappers on the song.
What had to be 4?
What's your favorite? Which one do you think is the best? If that's the
Okay.
difference for y'all.
Definition though,
right,
it has
so
to be
that's a little
4.
different.
Yeah. So at least 4.
Okay.
That's a little different. Hold up. I gotta make sure everybody I know is on this song.
Well, name the song. What you talking about?
So my favorite posse cut is Christian Dior Denim Flow.
Okay.
And
They
that's,
got 4 artists on it.
Yeah, that's Kanye, Ryan Leslie, Kid Cudi, John Legend, Pusha T, and Lloyd Banks.
Half the people on that song on Kanye's Jones, he be crediting people who you don't even hear.
No, them niggas be like harmonizing the background.
Yeah,
Kid Cudi just hummed
yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, I'm like, where the hell is Kid Cudi?
It came out during like when he was doing the Good Friday series.
Yeah.
Great time in life.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
great. That's
What
your
was that,
favorite
20?
one.
that's
What?
my favorite.
That
John,
was
yeah.
20. Was that because it was right before the album came out? So that
That's
was like
how you wanna say.
2011. I want
Okay.
to say
Yeah, it was
2010.
It was early.
Okay.
But the best posse cut to me is the International Players Anthem of UGK.
UGK,
Outkast.
Outkast. Who else?
That's 4.
No, I know, but I'm saying, isn't some other people in there?
Yeah, 2011, y'all right.
2011.
For good,
That's a great song. I think I wanted to bring that up too because you put that on the list. People always go to that song for Andre 3000. I be feeling like some people is lying when they be like Andre 3000 is the GOAT, and then the only song they
They
ever
know
heard
that
is
one.
yeah.
I don't claim he's the GOAT.
I know. I'm just saying, but you see that a lot with people be like Andre 3 Stacks,
He did rip that joint though.
and they only know International Players Anthem. They don't know his other songs.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a great song.
A lot of people just kind of jump on a lot of boats they don't know shit about. That's how
true.
niggas are.
That's true.
Just the world.
That's true.
Like you know.
So that's the best one, and you have your favorite one that you said. What do you think, Ant?
Until proven otherwise, I'm gonna say Banned from TV.
Banned from TV. That's
Until
a great.
proven-
Y'all was
until
with the
proven
gangster
otherwise.
shit. Y'all niggas think y'all hard. Bro.
Yeah, man.
Y'all niggas think y'all hard, bro.
man.
Okay, so we might have to have 2 categories: the gangster rap posse cut, and then the
Shit,
you
the
know,
joint you
other
named,
shit.
they gangster too. UGK, and the only one that wasn't was Andre.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
Andre
song is
3000.
called International Players
I got
Anthem.
you.
It ain't
Some
about.
player shit.
That's true. It got
Never
Pimp C.
let
That
it
joint's
go
still
without
gangster.
a rub.
Y'all niggas talking about getting banned from TV.
I like that song.
Flavor
too.
in
It's a
Your
great
Ear
song.
was the remix was definitely
Yeah,
That's a
crazy
joint.
too.
Both of them,
Sheesh.
because the remix is the remix.
Biggie all them.
Biggie,
man.
That's
a
all
great
That's
joint.
crazy. Man.
Money, Power, Respect, John.
Money,
Great
Power,
John.
Respect. I think
ladies.
my favorite.
Kristen Denim Flow.
I'm going with 24 Hours to Live. So they got
That's a good
DMX.
joint too.
Favorite?
Yeah, rest in peace DMX. They got Black Rob, rest in peace to him. The Locks, and they got Mace on that joint. That might be my favorite joint. Yeah. I think the song is good because like most of these joints, we have so many rappers, they're just rapping and freestyling. The song is really great and they rapping really well. So that's probably my favorite. The best one is probably Banned from TV though. with
Speaking
Nori.
of posse cuts, real quick, where there's a bunch of rappers on it. What do
The
you
oldest
think
shit.
is the? What do you think are the most freestyled over beats are?
Well, Banned from TV is one of them.
Banned from TV.
That's when we old as shit saying these songs. Let's get some more recent joints.
Well, everybody's rapping over the new joint. The where they be like that. Oh, what's that song called?
Shot 'em, got 'em. Spot 'em, got 'em.
Beatbox. The beatbox song.
yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
rapping over
His name
that.
is something. Spot 'em, got 'em. I got 'em.
Yeah.
And shot 'em.
What? I don't even know what song.
The song like thugging in my Reebok.
I didn't hear that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
You never
damn,
heard
that's
that?
good. What?
I don't know who he talking about.
You did. That's the Junebug challenge.
The Junebug challenge, where they do
That's
the
the
same
song they're doing it to.
Every
Oh.
song. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
song.
heard the song,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, people are not
Everybody
freestyling on it. Oh
No,
yeah. yeah.
everybody got a verse. Bro, he has 5 remixes on it.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard the song.
The
Everybody.
last song I remember everybody trying to get a verse or everybody doing a verse for was when G Herbo went on the radio and did that Who Run It John.
Ooh.
Everybody was
Oh
doing a verse
yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
And it was, what was they?
That was the last. Yeah, everybody was
Who
doing
you
it.
running out of?
That joint is fire. That joint
was
is fire.
That was the last one I remember.
That's a good joint.
Shout out, yeah, that was.
I would, yeah. If I was a rapper, I'd rap with
Oh
that.
yeah.
Who you think they're running out of?
All time, I think everybody always raps on the Touch It joint, like the Touch
Yeah.
It beat.
Touch it.
Not paid in full. I keep saying paid in full, John.
I think
Public
state
Enemy joint.
Public Enemy. Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking
Public
about.
Enemy joint.
The same.
Shook Ones. I keep saying it.
Shook Ones.
Oh
Shook
yeah,
Ones.
yeah,
Shook Ones.
yeah, Shook Ones.
The Eminem joint,
Yeah,
the 8
bro.
Mile joint.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. It's a few of them.
I feel like State Property got the most freestyled over beats. They got at least 5.
And what beats?
What We Do.
You just from Philly, bro.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying no. When you do the Cosmic Cat freestyles, the Funk Flex freestyles, the Sway in the Morning Jones, people pick a lot of State Property beats that you don't know are State Property beats. They are B-sides to a lot of State Property
That
albums.
may be true.
If you look it up,
That may be
there are
true.
a lot of B-sides.
Well, they
to State
pick a lot
Property
of
albums.
Rockefeller beats,
Yeah.
not maybe just State Property.
Just Blaze. A
Um,
lot of Just Blaze beats.
yeah. That is true. That is true. They pick a lot of Rockefeller beats. Yeah, so that's a couple of them.
Blaze was hot.
Speaking of rappers, man, another part is the ad-libs.
Ad libs. You brought this up, I think, Ant.
No,
Yeah,
I said. What is
No,
it?
it was both
one
of
of
us
us.
probably.
I think we was talking about that shit. Go ahead. But I don't know.
Oh nah, I mean whatever.
Well, you had a list already ready, nigga.
We
You
was
ready.
gonna ask
I
what was
had one
the what was the top 5 rap ad libs ever, and then who has the best rap ad lib today?
Okay. So ever.
OG the Juice Man.
Hey.
What's his John? That's the A John.
Yeah, he started the A.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
joint.
tough.
Pioneer, bro.
But then Lil Uzi transfers to the A. A. So you can kind of give OJ the credit for that.
Nah. Yeah, I mean,
It's
yeah,
A.
yeah.
A is A,
Well, he's
man.
not getting no ad lib credit for me because he just do other niggas ad libs.
So all right, let's go one by one. Do you have a 5 in your head that you know?
5. I can think of 5 people to do ad libs. Well, yeah.
All right, so go ahead. Who you think is the top 5?
So realistically, probably 2 Chainz. I like 2 Chainz.
What's his?
Tell
What's his?
He'd be like,
Just
tell
be
him.
troll.
Yeah,
Shit
true.
True. That's true.
Shit like
That shit was
that.
popping back.
I said that's true. That's true.
Shit like that.
That was popping back in the day.
I like Big Sean Jones too.
Boy.
Yeah, I like
I do it.
Ain't gonna say all of them while you
Yeah,
name them.
y'all
Man.
just
Go ahead.
name them. I'm gonna say the ad libs. Y'all go ahead.
Young Thug Jones because they so different, but they be
Yeah.
like popping too.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like that's some bullshit.
Yeah,
Hot.
but it's hot though.
Okay.
Jeezy,
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Jeezy. I like Jeezy Jones. What's that for?
Yeah, that's the Joe. That's the Joe.
Snowman,
And then
nigga.
obviously, I said earlier I like Ross Jones. I'll sit around and grunt all day.
Huh?
Yeah. I think Ross got for me, Ross has the best one, the Hun John. Like that's the best John. Jeezy joints. Whenever Jeezy ad-libs come on the song, that's when you know he said something crazy just
Yeah,
now.
bro.
That's crazy.
Hey.
Damn, who else got some? Who got some good?
Them Atlanta niggas is tough, bro. They got some ad libs out there. Down south, they got some ad
I'm trying to
libs in
think.
Atlanta.
Do the DMX is the Bark?
Come
Yeah,
on.
DMX got some good
Is that
joints.
is the bark count?
Come on.
But he got the come on.
That's not that high. That's not that high.
You don't like the come on? The DMX
I fuck
come
with it,
on?
but I don't
okay.
think it's.
It's not.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's the two I can think of. I don't know if I could
Okay.
come up with 5. Young Thug got some great Jones, but yeah, Jeezy and Ross's ad libs.
That's different.
Those are the two.
They kind of make their whole song. Well, not more so Raw's, but Jeezy,
More
his
so
ad libs
Jeezy.
kind of made his songs. bro.
Ross got a joint like he got a couple of joints. The whoo. Whenever he hit that woo.
Nah,
that's
Raw's
when you
definitely got the woo.
know- Whenever he say that, brother. Oh yeah, he's
That's just like, yo, he going.
That's that nigga, yo.
That's
That
tough.
should be fucking hot, bro. Well, did you already go?
Nah, I ain't. I was just going off of y'all. What y'all was saying. Y'all say OJ. Y'all said. I feel like Future got some underrated ad libs.
Future. Yeah, but he made that one song on the Black Panther album.
Oh,
That was
I know
so
what you're talking
bad.
about.
I
I know.
listened to shit
I
he
know what
just
you're
said.
talking
I
about.
know what you're talking
That
about.
I
song
know
was so
exactly
bad. I
what
haven't
you're
listened to anything.
Lottie,
else
was it the
since.
Lottie?
Yeah, bro.
La-di-da-di-da.
Was that ad libs? Was that?
Nah, that was
that was
actually
the hook.
that was the hook.
Oh, that was the hook. Oh man.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
rapping.
man.
I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, but ad libs definitely play a big part of that. Can make or break a song. Like
Do
you
you
can,
use ad libs?
I do.
What you use, bro?
I don't have a signature one.
You got no signature. You
I'll be I gotta find my own signature one,
I
but
got a
I'll be
question for
pulling
you.
from different artists.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
When you're recording, because you know how it goes with recording a song. When they record the song, I always thought about this. After they come up initially with their ad lib, so let's say like, all right, Ross was in the studio for the first time. He was like, I gotta come up with a joint. Soon as he records that, he doesn't have to record that ad lib ever again, right? Can't they just place that recording anywhere on the song?
It's so fun to do. Why would you not?
Okay, so they
Because it may not be the same.
So it works different ways. Now, if you're a lesser known artist, and you work with the same engineer and you go to the same studio all the time, you don't have to. But majority of the times, you record your ad libs fresh every time.
Every time?
Majority of the time.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
that's surprising. Okay,
Majority
I didn't know
of
that.
the
I
time.
could have answered that.
Because I would say once I got the perfect ad lib, once Ross got the perfect, I'm like, dog, I'm never doing that again. Go ahead, throw that right
He
there.
can do his other laugh after that joint. Ha ha. That joint.
Yo, that's a good joke too.
That joint too, bro.
That's the joke.
Yo,
Yo, Ross is tough. Yo, Ross is definitely top 10 ad libs.
I don't think he can recreate that laugh all the time.
No,
though,
he
bro.
does it every time, bro. I
do,
seen
bro.
him do it before, bro.
That shit is funny, bro.
That's his laugh. Why you
That's
not,
his
you can't
laugh.
recreate your own laugh?
I don't think he laughs. He can't laugh like that, bro.
You don't think so?
No, bro.
He forcing
No.
that shit?
Yeah, he's forcing that one, bro.
In any case, bro, I'm like, if that's your voice, you can do this.
He's to me, he's the best. He has the best rap ad libs.
But nah, being in the studio, I've definitely heard songs where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this one, and then they go to record the ad libs, and it's a whole different song, bro.
Different energy to it.
Ad libs can change the song.
Yeah, they do.
man.
You spice
They
your
do.
lyrics with your ad libs and shit.
Facts.
Playboy Cardi, some whole song just be ad libs.
I was
What?
about to say he's really good.
The
at
new
that.
rappers these days, they don't have the bars, they just have ad
It's
libs.
just be a
Yeah.
space in the song like, what? Hey, yeah.
And make
Like,
the whole song hot.
That's the song?
That's the
Yeah,
talent.
make the
That's the
song
talent.
hot, bro.
That's a
You
talent.
got ad libs, you out of
It
here.
is and it ain't, man. But y'all got any more to say about that, John?
That's it,
Nah,
bro.
man.
All
Shout
right,
out to
man.
everybody do the ad libs.
Home
West Side
stretch.
Gun.
Home stretch.
Home stretch. We gonna pull up on the spin cycle. You know what I mean? We just gonna throw some shit in the blender real quick.
Let's get it.
We ain't gonna dwell too long on these Jones, but you mean so I'm start off with rest in peace Shock G. You mean the one that put the satins on the panties. You know, you never know what new hook that is standing. You know, he's a good dude.
Yeah, make sure he was a legend. He real influential in bringing Tupac up, because Tupac was a backup dancer for Digital
That's
Underground.
a
Yep.
fact.
So the Humpty Hump, everyone knows that song. So.
A lot of people don't. What I figured out though when I posted this, I posted 2 different posts. A lot of guys a little younger than us didn't know that Humpty and Shock G was the same person.
Which is it's ridiculous to me because
Is it ridiculous? We don't. I mean,
It's not that ridiculous, bro.
How would they know if that's they saw or really researched it?
what I'm
you know?
saying is, are they saying they don't know that Shock G sung the Humpty Hump dance?
They thought there were 2 different artists. They thought Humpty was one bull and then Shock G's a whole different bull.
I'm saying because I heard some people say that when they were like, let's say they were watching the video and they may have saw
Yeah.
Shock G without the
Yeah,
joint.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying some people know Shock G from I Get Around, Tupac, Digital Underground,
Jesus
and some
Christ.
people know
Bro,
Humpty.
bro.
They don't know they're the same
Here's
person.
the thing,
They don't
though,
know
bro.
that.
This is what
I get
That's the
it.
shit. That's that shit. That's that shit.
The one who puts the satin on your panties.
This is what I'm saying with that though, bro. That means that disguise shit that he was wearing, that shit really worked.
Just the
That
glasses with
shit
the
is
nose.
never supposed to work like that, bro. You supposed to be able to clearly see that that's Shock G with the joint on.
I mean, if you
But-
you change the name, he didn't put the same name.
No
there.
offense.
right,
Rest
bro.
in peace, Shock G.
Walk outside with that disguise on and say you ain't Malik. I'ma see your ass and be like, you fucking Malik.
Rest in peace to Shock G. But no offense, was Digital Underground and Shock G that big though to where you would pay that much attention to it?
I'm
That-
saying
to
if
see
you
if they're
even
the-
knew who Humpty Hump was or Shock G was, you should know they would. Like if you saw them, like you should know.
I'm
How
gonna
would
be
you
honest
see
with
you
you. I
watching
caught
the
on way
video?
later, bro.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I saw a lot of people who saw the video saying like, I didn't know that was him with the joint on.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, like how?
I didn't know. The first person I saw was Humpty. My dad put me on the "It's your chance to do the dance to do," and I saw the video. Then I started getting into being a Pac fan, and then I got into Digital Underground,
you
and I
saw
saw
Get
Shock
Around.
G. The
didn't
bell
see it.
didn't ring until somebody told me.
Okay.
I really didn't see it.
I found out way after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just knew that.
But-
I looked at him.
Definitely a legend. Brought a legend into the game. He's a legend himself.
For sure.
For sure. And just another tragic story. Just to move on. Rest in peace to Terrence Clark.
Yes.
19-year-old young man. He died in a car crash Thursday. He was a guard for Kentucky Wildcats. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family. Apparently he was. He could have been a lottery pick. If things worked out differently.
It was questionable.
He was definitely looking like him being a guard from Kentucky. I think he went into the season at Kentucky. He was a projected lottery pick.
He was hurt.
After his season, he got hurt and stuff. It looked like he was going to still get drafted, which is like crazy to me. Like you could, he lost his life right before.
I hope they still call his name in the draft though.
That would be
some people
dope.
asking them,
That would be
How do you
dope.
think they would do that though?
Just say
No, I'm saying you could obviously do it, but I'm saying I guess they wouldn't be able to do it during the actual 60 picks of the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Maybe
think
like
that
as an honor, like a
the
special
best way
honor.
you could probably do it would be just come out and be like, with the honorary first pick in the draft.
I like that.
Terrence
Yeah.
I
Clark
think that would be fire.
from
I
Kentucky.
think that
Don't
would be
say
fire.
your team, don't say nothing. Just say his name.
Just his name.
Give him because that's a very
Rest
tragic
in peace.
situation.
That'd be a good jump for sure.
Rest in peace.
All right, so let's move on from the tragic news onto some more popping shit. I mean, we was all watching this in the group chat talking about this
Sir.
shit.
Yes, sir.
The verses, Method Man versus Redman. It was more like a concert than the verses. But
Yeah.
Tell me what y'all thought about that shit.
I thought that shit was dope, bro. I thought they carried it because I felt like their DJ was working against them.
Yeah, DJ Scratch.
The DJ Scratch, he was working against them. If you watched it, you see he was all over the place.
Yeah.
But
They
He
didn't
was
know the
getting a
set
lot
list,
of
right?
you said what?
They didn't know the set list, right?
Yeah, which I still.
He was getting a lot of props in the comments though, and I was sitting to myself looking like, yo, what? Everybody like, yo, DJ Scratch killing it. I'm like, how?
His scratching performance, he killed it in my opinion. It's just when he didn't know what songs to play is what threw it off a little bit.
I'll say this: the scratching annoyed me when he kept doing it like for too long. But in general, it wasn't that bad, except for when he did the Mary Had a Little Lamb joint.
I didn't say I tuned out at that.
That
point.
was in the beginning,
Okay.
before anything had
in the
started.
first
Okay.
He did a different song. He did like another joint. That shit was hot. But the first one he did Mary Had a Little Lamb. That shit was
Gotcha.
moving. And then once he did that, I was already turned off of his scratching.
Okay.
You mean? And then like I don't like that he had the set list and he didn't give it to the niggas, so they didn't really prepare right. So it was some songs like Meth Man didn't even know the words of one of them songs he put on.
Yeah, he just had him out there looking crazy.
Yeah, like I didn't like that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so my biggest takeaway, they carried it. I would go to a Method Man and Redman show today. Like just watching that, like, yo, they killed
That
it.
shit was live.
Super in sync with each other. Like you can tell they've been performing together for so
Chemistry was
long.
crazy.
Yeah.
My opinion on it is just saying what y'all didn't already say is I just being in the music industry now, I just hope everybody who does music today, hopefully y'all saw it. I was looking at the views. It wasn't one of the highest viewed ones, which to me was upsetting because I feel like performance-wise, this was one of the best
That was the best
verses. It was
performance,
definitely
yeah.
a top five
Top five,
performance
yeah.
verses. But hopefully all the young guys watch it. That's what a performance is, man. Everybody wants to get money in music. Everybody wants to get the bag. Everybody wants to go on tour. It's like, I've been to shows and it's like, y'all not putting on a show for the people. They were putting on a show.
Is
Like-
that okay? That brings us to this. Do you think it's because of the music? Like your music is not conducive to you to having a show like Redman and Method Man. Their music is
No.
real playful and real high energy.
It's not about the music. What I think of, I think about what me and Esco was talking about earlier is the barrier to entry. So it's like it takes more to get into the game. So it's like, okay, you got a hot song, but what else? So it's like,
I feel
okay,
like-
we might have to go
I
ahead.
feel a little differently. I feel like if you're you were asking what you ask, Cheese, because he was about to say something else.
No, he was saying
does the music
it's the music why they
today
don't-
as conducive to you having such a great performance?
Right.
To
Okay.
me, it's not as
Okay.
much.
So no and yes, because like Ant was starting to say, it depends on what artist it is.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you have a lit personality or you're just a great performer, you can perform a bullshit song and make it live.
And what I'm saying is, in my opinion,
Some people
today,
will do that.
a lot of the rappers that's getting on today, their personalities, because like you said, the barriers, their personalities isn't like, isn't as great as a Method Man or a Redman. So their music suffers because of it, and then your performance, I think, suffers. Like we don't see, like, do we have a lot of rappers that are like Method Man and Redman? Maybe like
No.
the Baby today.
not that not that they're
That's
more mainstream.
actually a decent
That's what I'm
comparison.
saying. Like, we have a DaBaby, but we don't have a lot of rappers like that anymore, where they were kind of more fun.
I would say the most recent one to Method Man and that would be Luda.
That's what I'm saying, and he's kind of back more closer to their
Yeah.
era than the era today.
And the closest to Luda would be, like you said, probably the baby.
Yeah,
Just
which
the
was
fun
why I
rap
think
shit.
DaBaby blew up so much because we were missing that part of the game.
The like
the
different
music.
flows, the creative videos.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
the fun rap shit. That's
Yeah.
true. That's
No,
for sure.
but back then, what the real thing is, back then they had artist development. Today, it's everybody figuring everything out on their own, and then the label signed them when they're already popping. It's like back in the day, they'll find a Ludacris, they'll find a Method Man, and they'll hear their lyrics, but they'll be like, that's not enough. So for 5 years before you get on, let's work on your show. Let's work on your, like that. That's not a thing anymore.
I think
so. A
Detroit
lot of
is-
shows gonna suffer.
And I think Detroit is actually coming with that wave a little bit because if you listen to a lot of Detroit music now,
They're
they
popping.
be super funny. They
Detroit
be funny
is-
as shit. Even though they still gangster, they just be
BDB
funny.
the Pac-Man, that's my guy.
Yeah, so
Detroit got a good music scene coming up
42
right now.
Doug.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna watch
They next
the
up.
next verses scheduled is SWV and Escape. Y'all gonna watch that, John?
Oh, it's official now.
Yeah, they promoting it, so it's 4 weeks away, I think.
Yeah, it's beneficial. I never knew the date.
I think they pushed it back.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it. I'm not familiar, to be honest. I'm not as familiar.
You probably know more songs than you think.
No, I probably know the songs. I just wouldn't know it's them. So I'm not like tuned into.
Right.
I'm not like hyped like Escape or.
I feel like they're probably gonna kill us, but a lot of besides TLC and 3LW, a lot of the female group songs kind of blend together to me. I don't know who actually made them.
3LW was a better group?
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not comparing. I'm saying the only ones I know that's actually their song
3LW songs?
are 3LW and TLC. After that, I'll be like, I don't know whose song is whose.
Name a 3LW song right now.
So then it's just TLC then.
I can name a 3LW song.
I'm
It's
like
TLC.
that, but we're just not into that music.
If it's not TLC, I can't name you whose song
Or
it is.
Destiny Child.
Or Destiny Child.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, if it's
But
not
then
them, I can't
these
name
groups
whose
are
song
so
it is.
totally different too. It's like it's crazy.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
no offense to anybody.
all offense.
This is crazy. All right, bro. We're going to move on. So just moving on. So Vanessa Bryant chose to not renew the contract between Nike and Kobe Bryant estate. Just kind of severing that tie. Do you think, or I don't know what you think, D. What are your thoughts on it?
I thought it was dope that she took, but I like what Vanessa Bryant is doing. It seems like she making sure like we would all want to do this if we have someone that we lost and preserve their memory and legacy with like a strong arm. Like she's like really on it. Like you can't say shit about Kobe. You can't do nothing to Kobe's estate. Like she be on it.
I don't like when they do like posthumous projects for people.
I don't like that
damage
either.
Their legacy.
Yeah, and I think the big reason she chose not to renew it is because in today's culture you can't get Kobe's easily. Like, it's very hard to get Kobe's because of like the reselling and all that shit. So I guess she chose not to renew the contract so that Kobe's could become more accessible. So I thought it was dope.
Okay.
I also think it's dope. Shout out to Vanessa Bryant. I don't know the details in a specific situation, but I definitely believe she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's talking about. And I feel like that's the dope part of having like a 50-50 partner or like a wife is like when, unfortunately, knock on wood, like you gonna want somebody if you're not there to represent your kids to hold it down for you. And it seems like she's on top of everything. So that's dope. Shout out to Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah.
Feels like she's trying to get done what needs to be get done.
Facts. I agree with y'all. We're gonna keep it in the Kobe Bryant family. So this man was Kobe's coach, Phil Jackson. He had a philosophy that if a team is a contender, if they win 40 games before they lose 20, the only contenders left, according to him, are like the Jazz, the Clippers, and like somebody else obscure. So like the Lakers didn't make the cut, the Sixers didn't make the cut, Nets don't make the cut.
Right.
What are y'all thoughts about that 40-20 rule?
I don't think you can. It's a general rule, so I can see how it's pretty applicable. But I think with injuries and stuff, you can't really say that. Like the Lakers are, in my opinion, not just being a fan, they're a contender.
Right.
But Bron and AD been out the whole season, so we didn't get 40 wins before 20 losses.
Outside of injuries, I don't really like that rule because I think it's a new time in the NBA, and it's like. It's not necessarily a new time because even back in Phil's days, his team was kind of stacked with the Lakers and then with the Bulls.
Kinda.
Well, they were stacked. So it's like, all right, Phil, you wanna
All right, Phil.
So there's only two. I mean, I guess it depends how you look at it. There's only 2 or 3 contenders, period, in the whole NBA. Because there's only 2 or 3 teams every year that do that.
That's what he's saying. That's
okay,
his
so then I'm not mad at. So contender we mean like chance to win. All right. Matter of fact, change everything I said. You're right. ESPN and everybody, they do consider a lot of teams at once. Oh, this team can win the championship. This team can win the championship. So I agree with that. Then I mean, you gotta have implications to be like, all right, listen, you can't say every team has a chance to win the championship. If you don't do X, Y, and Z, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Even though anything can happen, but contender.
Well, not anything. I don't think an 8 seed is ever going to win the championship.
I mean, we seen it. You saw what happened to the Mavericks with Golden State and all them. They got knocked up before they won the championship. They got knocked up.
It could happen just with the injuries. That's what I think. Like, let's say you were supposed to be a contender, but because of injuries, let's say your best players didn't get back to the end of the season. I mean, let's say you're AC. Like, it could happen.
Yeah. Okay. That's true.
Let's make it personal to us. We played in college, 30 games? What would
About
be our
30.
rule? What would be our rule? Like, let's say we played in the PSAC. That's what it was called in college. we play about 30 games. How many games do we have to win for us to be considered?
20 and 10.
20 and 10.
I'm talking. Well, his thing is 40 wins before
Yeah,
20.
You have to win
before you
20
lose
games
10.
before you lose 10 in the PSAC.
But we only play 30 though, right?
Yeah, nigga.
To be a PSAC championship
Go 20 and
contender,
0, and then
you
we
gotta
gotta
win
lose 10
20
straight.
before you lose 10.
Okay, win 20 before
And
you.
you're talking to a person who was on a 32-1 team.
Oh shit, you go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, never mind. I ain't gonna-
So hold, no.
I ain't gonna get into it.
So look, so for real, if we being real, it's really 26 regular season games.
26.
Well, I always played 27 because we had one playoff game. So with 26, you're saying what?
All right, so change that. I'll say 18 and 8.
You gotta win 18 games before you lose 8.
Yep.
I would say like
18
you
and 8.
said 26.
Yeah.
I would say like 15.
I still don't think we're doing it right though, because it's not 60 games in an NBA season.
Are we doing percentages?
No.
So listen, to what I'm saying, it's 82 games in the season.
You becoming a mathlete, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going
My
on.
fault, y'all. So all right, yeah, I would probably say you probably gotta win.
You're just saying to consider yourself a PSAC champion in the league we came in. How many games? If every regular season is 26 games, okay, to consider yourself, you're in the running for a championship. How many games do you have to win before you lose X amount of games? I say you have to win 18 before you lose 8 to be considered like this team's in the running for a PSAC championship. 18 and 8. I like that.
I say you have to win 11 before you lose
11.
7. Because you got to. That's why I was bringing it up. He says 40 wins before 20 losses, but
Oh,
it's
it's not the
82
whole
games
season.
in the
82
season.
games.
That's why y'all throwing me off.
No, that's why I came down to 15. That's why I came
Yeah.
down.
Okay. Got you.
Makes sense. Okay, yeah. Let's not make it too hard. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
We all saying the same
Good
shit.
Jones.
All right, Mr. Mathlete Cheese, close it out, bro.
All right, man. Lastly, man, we gonna make this super quick because we definitely over. I mean, we've been watching dope shows and music. You brought up the Captain.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk about Captain America. Well, it's not even called that. It's called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see
Quotation killing me.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
If y'all ain't seen this joint, if y'all ain't seen The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's starring my good friend Anthony McKee.
Yes, it is.
And
Or
no,
AKA
no,
Papa
no.
Doc.
Anthony Mackie. We two different people.
Same bull. You mean he said women
But
gotta
he's
make
now
sandwiches.
Captain African American.
Captain African American.
But yeah, it's a good joint. Cheese say he got a binge it still. I don't know if Ant saw that joint.
I saw a couple.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that, John. I heard it's real good.
Y'all niggas watch Snowfall though, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Snowfall just finished.
Frankly.
And, have y'all watch it?
Hell no.
Bro, you need to watch it,
I thought he
bro.
was about to say, hell yeah.
You need to watch it, bro. That joint is it's a good show.
It's The Wire 2.0.
This
I
better than The
won't-
Wire, bro.
No, oh wait a minute.
Oh, so this should have been. This might be our next verses.
Yeah, we gotta
next
bring
jump.
this. We can bring this
We can
joint
bring it
back.
Snowfall's better than The Wire.
So where's The Wire? I might check it out. We're gonna talk about this next.
Yeah,
time.
Okay.
yeah. We'll
All
do
right.
that.
We'll come back.
But it was really good. It was a good season. Definitely check it out if you haven't watched it. But I've been listening to Moneybagg just released the album Against His Pain. That joint was
Mid.
straight. I like it. I fuck with it.
She used to be liking a lot of stuff, and they ain't be saying it's mid. So I gotta listen for
He
myself.
don't like anything, and I like everything. So we need you to go ahead.
I gotta, I gotta be the medium in this joint.
bro. The Corday released the EP, which I thought was mid.
I like that joint.
See, we different.
I like that joint.
Solid.
And the last thing I put this joint on here, your man John, The Circle.
Yeah.
Season 2 came out on Netflix. The Circle season 1 was good. I ain't gonna hold you, but
Yeah.
season 2 kind of crazy, bro.
Really?
Yeah, y'all should tune in.
I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to be on
tune
that
in.
joint.
You ain't
said
tuned
your
in, tune
man,
into that
Tuesday?
joint.
Well, I grew up, or I know him. Antonio on the first season. We played ball together, so.
I never heard of it, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna watch both seasons.
Yeah, it's a good joint. But
The Circle.
I mean,
With some street shit.
no, so
It sounds
a
like
game-
some street
it's like
shit.
a game show.
It's like a reality
it's a
joint.
game show. It's a game show.
The Circle sound like some hood
But
shit.
watch that joint with Ashley. I would enjoy that joint, bro.
Oh,
For
that's
sure,
dope.
For sure.
Cheese Harvey.
It's
Yes,
funny
sir.
as shit too.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not like super lovey, none of that bullshit.
All right,
It's
bet. That's
good
dope.
for you, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. That's it, man. This was a long episode.
It was, but
Definitely
when we
check us
added
out.
it, you
Yeah,
know,
we about to end it now. Check us out. check us out. We available on all podcast platforms on K Rose. It's the Laundromat Show.
And McKee.
Let's go.
Yo.
We out.